And a good evening to everybody. J7409 here. And the National Hurricane Center has put up an X coming off of the coast down below Cuba right here. Okay, don't get a like, oh no, don't take that attitude yet, folks, okay? It's a broad area of showers and thunderstorms, and it has persisted over the southwestern Caribbean Sea for the past several hours. We've been watching it for weeks, but anyway, here we go. Now, this activity is associated with a tropical wave over the northwestern Venezuela and a surface trough. I've preached about this trough for days, located just east of Nicaragua, interacting with a large upper level trough. Now, little development of this area of disturbed weather is expected over the next few days, all due to interaction with Central America and the Yucatan Peninsula. However, environmental conditions could become somewhat more conducive for some limited development when the system moves into the southwestern Gulf of Mexico by the end of the week. Remember in my update this morning, I said it might try to juice back up, but then it's going to get knocked back down again. That's what they're talking about. Now, regardless of development, this disturbance will produce locally heavy rainfall across portions of Nicaragua, Honduras, Belize, Guatemala, and the Yucatan Peninsula through Thursday. Formation chance in 2 days is 10%. Formation chance in 5 days is 20%. So let's go check something else out right quick. Okay, in 5 days, this is looking at 5 days, okay? It's still down, going to be down around in this area and moving up somewhere in here, as you can see. But it's still looking mighty poor chance for something to develop. I really think they put this up here just to let everybody know we're watching it. And if something were to come of it, you never can tell, folks. The shear winds might change. These troughs might change. Something may change. But as it's looking now, this is going to be a big old rainmaker. We'll have to wait and see. But that's what I'm thinking about right now. And that's what I've been thinking for a while. I could be wrong. There's always a chance I'm wrong or I'm right. Weather's a ticky thing. But that's what it's looking like. I wouldn't get too worried as of right now. Now, let's just hope that that little X mark that's way down in here now, it's got to come through all of this water and all of these shear winds. It's like 50 and 70 mile per hour shear winds. Let's hope that it don't blow up like these two did. First, here's Alita. This, of course, in the eastern North Pacific. Right now, Alita has 35 mile per hour winds. Her minimum central pressure is 1,005 millibars. If you're tracking 16.8 north, 117.8 west, and the movement is west at 7 miles per hour. Now, old Bud, that's a different story. Bud now is a Category 3 major hurricane with winds of 120 miles per hour. The minimum central pressure, 955 millibars. Tracking it, it's at 16.9 north, 107.2 west, and it is moving northwest at 7 miles per hour. Now, wherever you see this yellow mark, if you're living anywhere around the coast here of Mexico, you are under a tropical storm watch at the moment, okay? You can see right now major hurricane will be a major hurricane in the morning. Then by the afternoon tomorrow, it should lose a little of its punch and just be a hurricane, maybe a Category 2 or 1. By Thursday, a tropical storm, and by Saturday, as it comes up the peninsula here, a tropical depression. Okay, if you live in these areas, we do have a tropical storm watch. It is in effect now for people in Manzanillo and Cabo Corrientes. Now, it's a tropical storm watch. That means, of course, your tropical storm conditions are possible within the watch area, in this case, within 24 hours. So you guys need to make sure you've got all your stuff together and you're all ready for tropical storm effects, okay? Now, the Hurricane Center has located this at 16.7 north, 106.8 west, and the position is accurate within 25 nautical miles, okay? So you need to make sure you got this all together. I will post this so you can go over it if you're in these areas. And you can see how the winds are right in here. I'll post all of this for you all. And now they are requesting 3-hourly ship reports within 300 miles of where this location is. So when I get some more updates on this, I will put it out for you folks. But once again, a tropical storm watch is in effect for Manzanillo and Cabo Corrientes. If you're in that area, please be aware of what's going on around you. Now back to this little X we got. You know, I put everything together, folks. I've looked at everything. And looking for over all of the continuity from yesterday, which was very reasonable, and looking at the European and the GFS today, now we've got an added surface low, okay? And this surface low could become favorable for a convective low, okay? A convective low in the western Gulf of Mexico to the north of an upper level cyclone. So what do they say about this? Okay, let's hop right to the Gulf of Mexico. Okay, this first section is not about this system at all. This is a mid to upper level trough, and it's extending across the eastern Gulf and the northwest Caribbean into the northern Central American areas. It continues to enhance development of scattered showers and thunderstorms across the eastern Gulf and over parts of Florida. Okay, that's what's going on, and it's going to stay and be the remainder of the Gulf under this influence of the Atlantic ridge that I've been speaking of that extends westward across Florida into the Gulf. Now, the mid to upper trough will meander over the Gulf of Mexico through the week, and this will continue to enhance convection mainly across the eastern Gulf waters. A surface trough will develop along the Yucatan Peninsula late each afternoon, drift westward across the southwest Gulf during the overnight hours, accompanied by fresh east to southeast wind shift, with the trough dissipating along 96 west during the late mornings. Guidance is suggesting a fresh to strong wind shift will accompany the trough beginning on Wednesday evening, as the pressure gradient tightens during the middle of the week. So we got to make sure now when these winds change, are they going to affect this storm or not? We're going to have to wait and see when it gets a little bit closer if it's going to do anything to make it strengthen or make it weaken. Because there is that one little teeny place that we saw on the GFS this morning. It does try to strengthen, but then it gets wiped out by the wind. So we need to keep that in the back of our heads, not to panic though, okay? Now, Caribbean Sea, a mid to upper level trough extends across the West Caribbean with the axis along 86 west, and a different flow to the east of this trough is enhancing scattered to numerous showers and thunderstorms between 73 west and 84 west. A surface trough was analyzed within this convection extending from 19 north to 79 west to 12 north to 82 west. Now, a tight pressure gradient. I talked about this pressure gradient yesterday. It will support strong trade winds across the southern central and southwest Caribbean through the week, with these conditions spreading north across the central Caribbean by Wednesday and across the West Caribbean by late this week. the mid to upper level trough will prevail across the West Caribbean through the week, enhancing convection across this area. So that's what they're saying, folks. That's what it's looking like. We will take a gander of the 12 o'clock GFS, courtesy of Tropical Tidbits, and see what happens here. You can see the date up there as we move along. We're up to Saturday now. And there's the pressure gradient right there where it tries to do something. We'll move down just a tad. See right there. But there's the convection it's talking about. It's the rain showers, bad rainstorms. Let's see if anything comes of it. No, not really. It's the low. It's the low that I figured out by watching the models and showing you earlier. That's what's happening. Looks like a whole lot of rain again. So this is the 12 o'clock run, and this is the tropical update for this afternoon on Monday, the 11th of June, 2018. Let's just hope that little yellow X does not blow up like Alita and Bud did. If it does, we're all going to be scratching our heads, I'm telling you. So, you know something's up weird then, huh? Climate change, like I was harping on yesterday. Anyway, that's wrapping it all up. Thanks for watching. Share this information, and for all of you folks down in the Mexico area and the Baja Peninsula area, please make sure you're prepared for what may come your way. I think it's going to weaken before it really does you any damage, but I'm sure that all of you guys up in these areas are going to get beach erosion. Might have some water piling up anywhere in low-lying areas around here. And don't forget, I'll keep you informed. Love you guys. Much peace, love, and kindness to each of you. Thanks for watching.